Hey guys. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into it today. This is gonna be a vape review. Talk a little bit about the latest vape that I'm trying and how it's working for me. I did put out a video just the other day, my first kind of starter vape video, and it was more about my life and smoking. It had a little backstory there, and it was a little bit longer. Today I'm going to get right into the vape review. So I'm trying to get better about regular content, squeezing it in, making time for it to go along with my other job. I have a lot on my plate, but anyway, so here we are. So today, the other day, I sort of reviewed the Honeydew. It's Xtra brand. And I've heard people call these Puff Extra. When I looked up this brand on the internet, on YouTube, and I wanted to find a review on it, there is another guy that reviews these a lot. I really like his videos. But he calls them Puff Extra, and I was a little confused because it looked exactly like mine, but I don't see the word Puff on this box anywhere. Puff Extra. Mine just says Extra. See the box? That's the box. But the other day, I did a video on the Honeydew Ice. On the box, it says ice. On the device, it says mint. Excellent flavor. Good hard hit. Good nicotine delivery. Really keeps me from craving cigarettes all day. Okay? So that one was really good. So today, I'm going to talk about another one I have found. Another flavor. Same brand. But another flavor that is bomb. I mean, I thought Honeydew Ice was my top favorite. But this is called Banana Ice, y'all. What? Banana Ice. And then it says La La Land at the bottom, okay? And it's made by Xtra. That's the device, the company, or whatever. So yeah, it comes in a little box like that. These are $15, about $15 at the tobacco store, whatever. That's where I get mine. I'm really careful about where I get my vapes. I don't know if I always trust gas stations. The last one I bought from a gas station sucked. I had to throw it away. It went out the next day. These so far, they last. They say they have 1,500 puffs, 5%, which equals like, I think it says 50 milligram, 50 milli. Let me double check that. 5.0. I'm still trying to understand exactly how much nicotine the entire device contains. But anyway, so the Banana Ice, again, like I said about the Honeydew, and you guys, let me just go ahead and say, I'm not directing these videos at anyone under legal smoking age. Basically, I'm trying to talk to lifelong smokers like myself. I'm in my 40s. I've been smoking since I was a preteen, and it's time to stop it. And so, you know, I don't breathe well because of it. My overall, you know, I don't have any health problems yet, and I don't want any. And I'm just tired of smoking. I'm tired of the stink, all that comes along with that. I like to sing. I like to be able to hold my notes, all that kind of good stuff. So I am really talking to you lifelong smokers, you heavy smokers, people that really smoke a lot of cigarettes and you really want to get rid of the damn habit, and you haven't been able to find anything that can even help you slack up. Heavy smokers like myself. I am a hardcore menthol cigarette smoker. And I've been doing it for many years, and a lot. I'm used to getting a lot of nicotine per day. I'm a pretty high-stress person. I'm always on the go, and yeah, I have that habit, and I want to get rid of it. But I'm not doing it cold turkey. I do still keep a pack of cigarettes on hand, but it stays at home all day. I'm out in the car all day. I work. I'm self-employed, and these... I'll show you the device, the Banana. These little devices right here, they have really enabled me, and it's shocking, and I'm happy about it. They've enabled me to Leave the cigarette pack at home all day. 3 or 4 pulls on this thing, and I'm good. As a heavy smoker, though, yeah, probably every 30 or 40 minutes I'm pulling on this thing. 3 or 4 good puffs, and I'm good. I really do feel like I'm satisfied like I've had a cigarette. That's pretty amazing to me, okay, as a hardcore smoker. And plus the flavor, it's not that burnt ash. It's a nice, smooth banana pop. Oh my God. It's like a banana Jolly Rancher or something, like candy. All the flavors I've tried so far in this Xtra brand are really great. And for you menthol smokers, it has that, anything that says ice, of course, it's going to have that nice cooling, sort of icy, minty in the background there that you want to get. It's not overpowering menthol. It doesn't burn or anything. It's really good. I really like these. And they hit hard. I mean, they really do. A lot of you smokers, you know, you're going to turn back to smoking cigarettes if you can't feel it in your throat or feel it in your chest, that good hard hit. You're going to get that with these. Let's try it. Yeah, I just bought this one yesterday. I still have my honeydew ice. It hasn't gone out yet. The box says 1,500 puffs. And so far, that honeydew ice is still going. It's starting to get weaker. You'll notice that after, depending on how much you pull on it, after up around 3 or 4 days, around the 4th day, yeah, you're going to notice you're having to pull on it a little harder. It's going to get a little weaker. But so far, these things last. They really do. But again, I am not completely and totally dependent on this. I would say from anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day, I am dependent on this. And then when I go home in the evenings, yes, I do still have a couple of regular cigarettes. And when I wake up first thing in the morning, yes, I do still have a couple of regular cigarettes. That's how I've been doing it this go round. You know, I'm not ready to completely get rid of the cigarettes, but this is a hell of a good start. It's unheard of for me to go 8 or 10 hours a day without a real cigarette. Any other time, even though I left my cigarette pack at home, I would have already stopped this car at a gas station, convenience store, and picked up another pack of cigarettes. That's how terrible my habit has been all these years. And so, yeah, these really work for me. What else can I tell you guys? So, on the device, I told you on the box it says Banana Ice, La La Land, made by Xtra. And then on the device, it always says something different. That's kind of weird to me. But it says La La Land. This is the Banana Ice. It says La La Land. And so, man, that is good. That is really good. Tastes just like banana candy with a nice, smooth, menthol, icy background. And, you know, I'm still learning a lot about vape versus smoking. It's very interesting to me, and I, of course, want to be educated on anything that I'm doing. I want to make sure that I'm also turning around and providing accurate information. So I always study up on anything that I'm doing. I go through multiple sources and make sure my sources are legitimate. And everything I've studied so far indicates that vaping is 95%, up to 95% better for a person than smoking actual cigarettes. And a lot of times it's not necessarily what's in it, it's how it's delivered. In a cigarette, there's combustion going on. Tar, which creates tar. All that ash and soot and smoke going into the lungs. That is the cancer-causing agent, tar. Cigarettes also contain arsenic. They contain carbon monoxide. Horrible, horrible. And I've been smoking all these years and not even thinking about that. When they test cigarette smokers' blood levels for toxic chemicals like arsenic, carbon monoxide, yeah, they test out really high. I've been watching a lot of documentaries. I've been doing a lot of research. And every single one of them, in the end, the doctors all agree, and the professionals, the professors, the people doing all the research, that, yeah, when it comes down to it, the health benefits for a person who is smoking so many cigarettes to do this is far better. It's not healthy for you because it contains nicotine, and nicotine is a drug. It's a stimulant derived from tobacco. So it's not necessarily the healthiest thing in the world for you to do, but this is not smoke. It's vapor, okay? It's being delivered to a person in a different way. The liquid is being heated and vaporized, the nicotine. Completely different than the combustion that's going on in a cigarette, creating tar, ash, soot, smoke. Like if you were to be in a house fire and inhale that. And so, yeah, it's crazy. But there is a community of people that I found out through my research that are dead against vaping. And they compare it to smoking, and they think it's just as bad. And apparently they're not very educated on it, how it really works. And so, yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I'm not doing something worse for myself. They have different nicotine levels, all different types of flavors, it goes on and on. They have huge rigs you can vape on. And I think what people are getting angry at is they don't want children and teenagers doing this. They really don't. And I know all the teens say, to hell with that. We're going to do what we want. They're going to do what they want anyway. But I know that community of people that are probably against the vaping, it's mostly because they are upset about children and teenagers thinking this is cool. They don't want candy flavors allowed. But adults like candy flavors too. It's really marketed and directed towards, that's what it should be for. It should be for adult, long-term smokers or smokers of any kind that want to kick the nasty, deadly cigarette habit. That's what these should be for. Shouldn't be directed at children or teenagers. Oh, look, bright colors and candy, and it's so cool. That's not what it's all about. That is not what it's all about. And they really don't suggest, I'm telling you now, don't do it. If you don't have a smoking habit, that's the message they don't want to convey, is that, oh, this is perfectly healthy. Everyone should vape. Why not? No, they don't suggest, if you've never smoked a cigarette, then they don't suggest that you go get an e-cigarette or a vape. Why? Why do it? Just because your friends are doing it? Just because it looks cool, it smells good, you want to do some tricks? I know that there's a lot of people into all that stuff. They want to blow big vape clouds and do all kinds of things. And hey, whatever, man. But I don't suggest vaping if you don't have a cigarette habit. Why get addicted to nicotine? Because if you've never smoked cigarettes and you pick these up and you start puffing on them all the time, then you're going to develop a high addiction to nicotine, and it could have adverse effects for you, especially if you've never been a smoker and you're not used to that stimulant in your body. You want to be careful with these. So this video is definitely not directed at anyone who is not of legal smoking age, who's not been a smoker before. Just be careful with these, okay? But back to the review. Yeah, this is the banana ice. I did the honeydew ice mint the other day. Both of those flavors are absolutely fantastic. They blow me away. And I'm just excited because I have been smoking those nasty, burning, smoke-flavored cigarettes for so many years. My hair, my clothes, my environment, my car, tar, nicotine all over the fingers, gross. Just fucking gross, right? And I'm amazed. I'm really amazed. But I'm more conscientious now about these things, my health. I've been going through a lot of changes in the last year, working a process, getting around to all the things in my life that need to be addressed. And smoking was one of them. And and I just recently got a new car, and I don't want that nasty ass smell in here. My last car, I'm not even gonna lie, there were ashes everywhere. It stank. It's just gross. I just don't want it. And so these have really helped me. I know there are a lot of other fantastic brands out there, big, small, that can do the same thing. But so far, this is my favorite, and I am kind of a creature of habit. Once I find something that really works for me, I kind of stick to it. Banana. Yeah. Yeah. It hits good. It hits good. It hits strong. You're going to get the throat hit. You're going to feel it in your chest. Good flavor, good delivery, good smell. It's good all the way around, okay? And it's only giving you, I explained the process of what's happening in a vape versus what happens in a damn cigarette that causes cancer and all the toxic, nasty chemicals. You're only getting about 4 ingredients in this. So for those naysayers, do your research. Do a lot of research, not just one thing, not just one doctor, one professor. Do a lot of research. Look at a lot of different material, and they all come up with the same conclusion. 4 ingredients. We've got vegetable glycerin. We've got propylene glycol. We've got nicotine, 5% by volume, or 50 milligrams in the entire device. 50 milligrams. And as I stated in my other video, now I'll have to double check this, but I was told that each and every cigarette in a pack has 12 milligrams. 12 milligrams of nicotine, times by 20, that's 1 full pack. I was smoking damn near 2 packs a day. That's almost 40 cigarettes a day. 12 milligrams of nicotine times almost 40. That's a lot of damn nicotine. So by relying on this more and more, I am getting less nicotine, but it's enough to satisfy the cravings. It's distributed differently. And, some people say, so like I say, 4 ingredients. Oh, flavoring. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is correct. Vegetable glycerin, propylene glycol, nicotine, and flavorings, of course, the flavored juices. That's 4 ingredients versus hundreds, maybe thousands in cigarettes. Toxic, wow. Some people talk about how, we don't have the extensive research on vaping and e-cigarettes like we do real cigarettes. They've been around forever. 50 years, 60 years, 100 years, who knows? We have extensive research, how it affects the body, what it does to people. Yes, we do have that, and that is true. We do not have near as much time and research and data available and the effects on the human body with the vaping. But we do have about 15 years of solid research, and that is substantial. I just listened to a documentary last night. 15 years or more of straight research on these things and how they affect the lungs versus cigarettes. Lots and lots of testing. And there have been no reports, no adverse effects whatsoever except the outbreak. I believe it was last year. And people were going apeshit fucking crazy. I didn't even hear about it because I'm not a vapor back then. But people were going nuts, like kill vapes, shut them down, ban vaping, because I believe it was 60-something people died in vape-related incidents, okay? Their lungs started shutting down, bad things started happening, and many of them died. And this had never before been seen with regular, regulated vapes that you get at the store or from a reputable place. And what they found is that all of those incidents were related to either the black market or young people, something to do with THC smoking through the vape, and they had gotten them either on the black market or it was something to do with THC, and I'll have to do a little bit more double checking on that, but I did read about those incidents because it scared me too when I heard that, some people actually died in vape-related incidents. But what they found is that no, there had never been a pattern of anyone having adverse effects from vaping over the 15-year period or more, until it came to this special group of people. And after they tested everyone and traced everything back, it turns out that those people were using THC vapes, smoking THC through it. They were getting them from black market type places. That's kind of what it came down to my understanding. Now, you might want to do your own research. Always double check everything and read up on it. But yeah, so because I'm a really weird person when it comes to putting things in my body, for real. I check and double check, and I get scary like that. So as far as I know, these, and this is my, let's see, when I did the honeydew video the other day, I'd had that one for 2 days. So far, it's been about 4 days I've been on my new vaping all day rather than smoking real cigarettes. I'm having 2 to 3 cigarettes in the evening when I get home, 2 to 3 cigarettes in the morning time before I leave for work, over a couple hour period. That isn't good, but if you knew me and if you knew what kind of smoker I was, you would be really proud of me. You would say, wow, that's amazing. This right here. Yeah, it stays with me all day. And I generally leave my house at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and most nights I don't get home till 11 at night, sometimes midnight. I work. I pick up my son. I do a lot of different things. Sometimes I go home and take a break, and I may grab one cigarette in the middle of the day, but it's rare. And so what's that? That's like 10 and 11 hours without smoking real cigarettes. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm loving it. But, you have to be careful with them. They are regulated. They are safe. Just make sure you get them from a reputable store. Make sure they're regulated. Don't order. I wouldn't order stuff off Wish, and I don't know. I just don't know. If you know a reputable website, then fine. But just make sure you're safe. Examine your products, make sure you're getting it from a reputable place. Be safe with this kind of thing. They do contain nicotine, That's why my videos are directed at people of legal smoking age. They do contain nicotine, and I have a highly sensitive body. I'm on a beta blocker because I have an anxiety disorder, and my heart races from time to time. So I have to be even more careful about stimulants, caffeine, nicotine, things like that. But nicotine generally doesn't really set it off too bad for me. But I still have to be mindful. I can't just sit here, and these things don't have a cutoff point. Like, after 5 puffs, they go beep, beep, beep. That's enough. That's enough for you. That's like you've had a whole cigarette. It's time to stop. So there is kind of a fear that someone could just sit and hit it 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 and pass the fuck out. Like, how much nicotine are they going to be able to ingest? Like, that's a little weird. But typically after 3 or 4 good strong pulls, a person feels satisfied and they'll go ahead and put it down. But I know there is some fear out there that kids and younger people, may be naive. They may get these things, and they should have a button on them that tell you, look, that's probably a safe level of nicotine for you. Go ahead and put it down. But, you know, just use your discretion, use your good sense. Hit it a few times, put it down. Do it like you would smoke your real cigarettes. And for me, that was a lot. For me, that was every 25 minutes or something, and that's ridiculous. But I kind of do it like I was doing my real cigarettes, and maybe I'll slack up in the future, but it's enabling me not to have all of that tar and ash and smoke and soot and stink and in my body. So I'm good with it, okay? So you guys, that's pretty much it. That's my review on the banana ice made by Xtra. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can tell you about it. I've pretty much told you everything. It's really, really good. It will satisfy your cravings. And that is pretty much that. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Hit like if you liked it. If you got something from this video, go ahead and take a few minutes to leave me a comment. If you have anything to say to me, I will answer you back. And hit subscribe if you like the content, because I am going to be doing more on the smoking topic and the vaping topic, probably more reviews, probably updates about how I'm doing with this as a really hardcore lifelong smoker. I'm really committed to this. I'm really committed to getting rid of the cigarettes, but I'm doing it in my time, in my way, and what works for me. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Hit subscribe. I will have more content on the vaping, among other things on my channel. I really appreciate you guys, and be blessed. Thank you.